It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Washington Commanders and the New York Giants under the lights on Monday night.
The unmistakable New York skyline to the east. And we are across the river on the Jersey side at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Partner, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Eric Gray to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
Let's not forget, Mike, not too long ago, Russell Wilson was not only the face and one of the top superstars of the NFL, he was a bona fide Hall of Fame quarterback. So the talent and the resume, it's still there. He puts together one of those vintage performances we've seen throughout the years. This team's going to be hard to beat. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run here with the rookie. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4. Out of the gun, here's Russ. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
These are the kind of plays that give running backs bad names. I mean, there's nothing fancy about this. You're wide open, the ball's on target. He just flat out dropped it.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Russ. Open man downfield. That's Neighbors. 23 yards on that pass play. First down, Giants.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. Now a short one caught by the tight end, Johnson.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Wilson will throw again. Right back to Johnson. He's got it again. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And he will have a Giants first down as they get 5 on 3rd and 2. He'll get this out wide. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. A run here with Tracy on second down. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. In motion, it's Robinson. Wilson now to throw on third down. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up first and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
And now they'll try to run the jet sweep. And he's going to lose yardage. How about the defense standing up in the red zone? They'll mark it at the 10.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
On the zone read, a give to Tracy. And he finds a seam and takes it down to the 3. Third and goal. Wilson. That one taken in. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, New York. And they get the first points of the game. What a way to start it, Greg. You get the ball. It's what you want to do. Settle into this game on top 6-0.
Mike, how often do we have coaches tell us the importance of playing with the lead? Well, they come take the ball right away on the first drive, all the way down there and strike first. And now the rest of the way, let's see how it plays out.
Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Giants will take a 7-0 lead. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Austin Eckler now to return. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
And even though he's just a rookie, Mike, I think it's safe to say Jaden Daniels, he is one of the most dynamic athletes that we have in the entire NFL at the quarterback position. And on top of that, he's not a one-dimensional player. Yes, he's going to make splash plays with his feet, and he's going to make some highlight reel plays. But he is a quarterback. He can make every throw. He's got great arm talent. If he can continue to find the balance between those two aspects, he's got a chance not to have just success today, but he has a chance to have success for a long time in this league.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Off the RPO, they'll get it to Brown. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He's got a man. It's McLaurin. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. That is brought in at the 10. And he's in! Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, Commanders.
You know, there's so many key factors that allow a play like this, Mike, to have so much success. And, of course, like anything, it starts with the quarterback being accurate. It's such a big part of NFL football right now is the run after the catch. But the accuracy of the ball allows the receiver to turn into a runner after securing the catch. So great job there by the quarterback. And then sometimes it's just a foot race to the pylon and speed kills. And wide receiver gets the ball, secures it, and he does the rest.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This taken at the 5. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Giants offense ready to get going with their second possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Frankie Louvu there to make the play defensively. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Wilson to throw. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Johnson. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
They'll run with Tracy, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, Wilson. Pass pulled in by Tracy. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
You get so caught up defending all of these weapons all over the field, and it's sometimes really easy to forget about the back. And in this case, the quarterback does a nice job just dropping the ball off in his check down, and he lets him do the rest.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. So we've played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. More from MetLife Stadium after this. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. A carry here for Tracy. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
The trend around the league, Mike, is that we've seen that running back has really turned into a young man's game. And there's something to be said for having some fresh legs, fresh out of college. They love the dynamic ability this guy brings to their rushing attack, and it's clear why.
On 1st down, Wilson. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Look wide, get this one complete, and they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's taken in. What a catch by Neighbors.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Here it is on fourth down. And he's not going to get there. Coming up a couple of yards short. This is going to be a turnover on downs.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
The Commanders' offense and Deebo Samuel making their way out. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now a shot downfield for Samuel. That's caught! And he's going to take this one all the way. 84 yards. Touchdown, Washington.
Think back to the spring, Mike. We all watched the highlights of this guy's pro day, and you always question, why do they make these quarterbacks just rear back and throw it as far as they can? How often are they really going to do that? Well, when they do, like we saw here, it is a thing of beauty. He put that big arm on display with that last pass, and it winds up going for 6.
Gay to add the PAT. The kick is good, and the Commanders will move out to a 14-7 lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Gray gonna return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Giants offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for first and 10. Now it's Tracy looking to run, and he'll take this past the 30, a gain of 6, mark it at the 31. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Slayton is the man in motion. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. He's got the first down and more than that. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now Russ. Now he takes off. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
On 3rd down, here's Wilson. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, New York.
And that was just a great drive. Really, from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Gano on to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Giants will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Here's Eckler on the return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Commanders' offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with 1st down.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
Play action. Here's Daniels going for it all. That is hot. And he will take this one in. 82 yards. Touchdown, Washington. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Now Gay for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Commanders have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Ray gonna return it. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Giants offense And their running back set to go once more. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Russ. Off he goes. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. That's caught downfield by Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. Give him 27, and it's 1st and goal.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. And it's such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. And at the very least, got to come away with some points.
Now, and he's into the end zone. Russell Wilson. Touchdown, Giants. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Now, Gano for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Giants will even the score. It's now 21-all. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Commanders' offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. This one tight throughout, all level at 21, as they'll search for a go-ahead score. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time, and it'll be 2nd down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
On 2nd down, it's Daniels. He finds the veteran Ertz. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Samuel brings this in along the sideline. A big half continues. Already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a first down. Daniels gonna throw again. Going right back to Samuel. He's got it again. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. To the air again is Daniels. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch. Stays in bounds. And he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. He's got his tight end. There's Ertz. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Throwing again, Daniel. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
3rd down, 3 to go. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And he'll be out of bounds, but he has the first down inside the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. This about as short as you can get. Gay's kick is good. And the Commanders get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Final moments of this first half, kicking with the lead now as this one is in the air. Here's 1st and 10. Wilson. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. 3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. They'll go play action here with Daniels. The pressure will get to him. He goes down. There is a flag down in the backfield, usually the spot that tells us hold it. They'll run it here with Robinson. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop. It is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Has his man, it's Samuel. He had 2 touchdowns earlier, looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a first down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. A 19-yard pickup there. First down, Washington.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those 2 things are on point, it results in a first down.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On the option, here's Robinson. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. To throw is Daniels. He's got a man. It's McLaurin. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Throwing is Daniels. That's to McLaurin. They connect again. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. They'll motion over Samuel. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line. Second and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. Daniels going to keep this himself. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. It's Daniels. And he's going to be swallowed up, taken down, sacked, back at the 5.
The last thing you can afford in this situation, Mike, is to take a sack. You don't want to go backwards and make the 4th down try that much more challenging. Keep the ball on the ground. Even if you come up short, you'd get another crack at it. And I think now on 4th down, if they do go for it, it's got to come through the air.
Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Commanders will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
After the field goal, back out is Gay to kick this one off. Ray going to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Giants offense and Russell Wilson set to take over once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. Room to run at the 35. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
On 1st down, Wilson. That's over the middle to the tight end, Bellinger. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. On the ground, here's Tracy. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On the give, it's Tracy. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Third and a yard. From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man, that's Slayton. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. They'll stick with him again. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. This is almost certainly 4-down territory if they need them all. Touchdown, extra point gives them the lead. It is 1st down and goal. And he will get into the end zone. Russell Wilson, touchdown, New York. The game-tying touchdown here in the 4th quarter and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score, but they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this 4th quarter lead.
Gano on to add the extra point. The kick is good. Important one as they take the lead here in the 4th quarter. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. The return starts from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
Another run here for Robinson. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a 1st down.
First and 10. They'll throw with Daniels. He gets that to Brown. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
On play action, Daniels. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. Play action. Here's Daniels. He runs with it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Big play coming up. This is third down. Now Daniels. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
Ray gonna return it. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Up the sideline at the 35. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. A short one there to Bellinger. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the court. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They'll run with Tracy. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
They'll try and run for the first with Singletary. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. They get 24 on that one. That's good for a Giants first down.
Man, how nice is it to have a guy like this? He's your backup running back, but he's kind of a change of pace. He's got that home run ability, and he showed it there. That was a heck of a run.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got his man, that's Slayton. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Play action. Now, Wilson. He'll get that complete right side. It's Bellinger. Here we go. 3rd and a yard. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Again, Wilson. That is caught at the 3. And he will score. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York.
Mike, this is a great example of a wide receiver who just truly understands the concept of spacing. When you're open, stay open. If you're not open, get open. And when you can do that and operate in the middle of the field, man, you are such a weapon and a reliable target for your quarterback. It's a great example of it here. He works to stay open, middle of the field, ball's on target. It's an easy touchdown.
Now, Gano for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Giants will up the lead to 5. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Here comes a return from the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Samuel has it working the middle. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. Out of the gun, here's Russ. Open man is Robinson. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's 2nd and 9. A carry here for Tracy. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. So, right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now it's Tracy looking to run. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get this inside the 20. A nice run. They're in the red zone. It's 1st down. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. So it's a win for the men in blue. The Giants get it done. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.